Hello, boys and girls. Today we are going to continue to talk about our theme of planet. And we're going to examine how a seed becomes a flower. A seed needs certain things to grow into a flower. It needs sunlight, it needs water, and it needs a seed. Now we're going to be growing our own seeds, but we're going to be doing it a little differently. We're going to be growing a seed without any soil. Okay? Now this is our seed, and inside the seed is the baby flower. And we have to make it grow by adding water and by adding sunlight. Okay? So we're doing an activity of growing a seed without water, without soil. Okay? So what you do is you can use any type of seed. This is actually a bean, so this is something you eat, like Jack and the Beanstalk. Trade his cow for the magic beans, and these are pinto beans. So we're going to take our beans, and I'm using a napkin. We're going to place our beans on the napkin. Right? And I'm putting them in 2 rows. Then we're going to take a sponge and put the sponge in the water, and we are going to wet the napkin. Alright. You don't want to do it too much. Okay. Once we wet the napkin, we're going to fold it over. Fold it over again. Fold it over again. So, okay. And folding it over. Then fold it over once more. Then fold it over a third time. Okay. And then get a plastic baggie. And we're going to put the plastic, put the napkin inside the plastic baggie. Then ziplock it. Alright. And we're good to go. For the best results, you want to place this under natural light. I keep it inside my windowsill in direct sunlight. And then after a few days, you take your baggie out. And you can see that the beans are starting to sprout. These are the beginnings of a plant. Now, will these turn into full-grown plants? You probably would have to replant them in some dirt. But this pinto bean has all the ingredients for a pinto plant. So the plant will sprout and then it will produce pinto beans. So it is a circle of life that the seed grows the pinto plant grows the seed. Alright. I did too, and you can actually see that the inside is coming out. Right? So one more time, we're going to go over it. Cycle. We first start with a seed, and then normally we add dirt, but we found out today we can grow seeds without dirt. But we always need water, and we always need sun. And then when we have the water and sun, we get a sprout. And eventually that becomes a flower. Alright, so that's our topic for today. I will see you next time, boys and girls. Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to tell the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. But before we do, we're going to introduce our two main characters. Our first character is Jack. He tries to be a good boy, but sometimes he gets into a little bit of trouble. And our other main character is the giant. Now look at the giant. Does the giant look big or small? Very good, boys. He looks big. Now let's look at Jack. Does Jack look big or small? That's right, he looks small. Okay, so now we're going to get ready to tell the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Jack, and he lived with his mother in a small house, and their only possession in the world was a cow. One morning, Jack's mother told him, "You need to take the cow to the market and sell her." So he took the cow and he walked to the market. On his way, he met a man. And the man gave Jack some magic beans. And Jack gave him the cow. When Jack came home, his mother asked him, "How much did you get for the cow?" And Jack said, "I got magic beans." So his mom got so mad, she threw them out the window and sent Jack to bed without any supper. The next morning, Jack looked out his window, and there was a giant beanstalk outside, going all the way up to the clouds. So Jack decided to climb that beanstalk. And he climbed and he climbed and he climbed. And when he got up to the top, there was an enormous castle. Jack climbed inside underneath the door. And as he was going into the castle, he suddenly heard a very loud voice say, "Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman." Jack was so scared that he ran into an enormous cupboard and hid. The giant came and sat down at the table. On the table was a beautiful golden harp and a goose. "Lay," said the giant, and the goose laid a golden egg. "Play, play," said the giant, and the harp played a beautiful tune. After a little bit of beautiful, soothing music, the giant fell asleep. And who should jump out of the cupboard? Jack. And he grabbed that harp and he grabbed the goose. And he started to run away, but the harp could talk. And she said, "Help, help." And he "Help, master, help." And the giant woke up and said, "Fee, fi, fo, fum." And started and chased after Jack. Down the what? Down the beanstalk. Right. And Jack managed to get down to the bottom first. He took an axe and he cut down the beanstalk. And the giant fell down so hard he crashed all the way through the earth, and he was never heard from again. And Jack and his mother lived happily ever after with their golden harp and their goose that laid the golden eggs. The end. Now, what kind of object was the beanstalk? It was a plant. And the plant came from a what? Anyone? It came from a bean. So we've already learned that if you plant a bean in the ground, it will grow a plant. Alright. That was a great story. I will talk to you again tomorrow, boys and girls.